so excited. It's day one of our Advent Knit Along. I'm here with knitwear designer Ambah O'Brien, all the way from Australia. We're so excited. We've been looking forward to this for so long.
I woke up this morning a few hours ago and I just was so excited when I remembered that it was December 1 and we get to start the KAL, which is technically already started because I run it on Aussie time. And yeah, excited about us starting our daily series of videos.
So tell me, Ambah, because you're in the Southern Hemisphere, what's the weather like there? It's summer for you. We're moving into winter.
Technically day one of summer here. So it's been getting warmer, some hot days. Today is forecast to be 26 degrees Celsius with showers, which is very mild. It's quite nice. In Fahrenheit, I had to look it up beforehand because I don't know the conversion. It's 79 degrees Fahrenheit.
Oh, so that's a nice day.
It's a nice day. It's pretty cloudy and there's going to be a little bit of rain, which is great because my summer vegetables could use a watering. The tomatoes are growing well and I've been harvesting a lot of rocket and started harvesting zucchinis, which is pretty exciting. Or what do you call them? Courgette?
Rocket?
The
What's
green.
A rocket?
Rocket is it's a green, I don't know it by any other name. It's a spicy green that grows really quickly. And so you just keep cutting it and it grows back and it's just flavoursome, nice and spicy, and I love eating it in my salads.
Salad?
Yeah, salads. Pesto, rocket pesto is good too.
Interesting.
Enough.
I'll have to look up that. It was so funny because when we've been doing these videos, you'll talk about things that are common in Australia, and I'm like, what?
Yeah. So hopefully we'll share a few more of those too. That's so interesting, isn't it?
Yeah. So it's really quite warm.
There?
It's quite warm for late November. It is quite warm here, and I wish we were going to have rain or snow because it's very, very unseasonably dry. So that's concerning for potential drought conditions. There's not as much snowpack as there should be in the mountains, certainly. But the high today was like 54 Fahrenheit, which is really very warm for late November. And then my other numbers here are what is the projected low. The low tonight, it's just barely under freezing. So 29 degrees Fahrenheit, about -1 Celsius.
Chilly.
Not really. That's not very cold. I mean, it's
just
barely frost. Sorry.
Yeah, that's about a typical winter's day, really, what you're describing for us here.
Oh, yeah, it's quite warm here.
Yeah.
I mean, I think it's pretty warm during the day, but it was windy, so it felt colder because we had like 40-mile-an-hour wind most of the day. And I don't like that. I really hate the wind, but it's part of it.
Well, hopefully you get some snow so that I can have a white Christmas vicariously.
Yes. Yeah, I would even take you. I would take some pictures and put them in here.
You can show us. Yeah.
Yeah, and we could build a snowman.
Yes.
Well, one day you'll come and visit. So
I will. Yeah, I'd love to. So here in Australia, it's traditional for us to start events with an acknowledgement of country, and I'd like to start our wonderful Advent December series by acknowledging the Bunurong people of the Kulin Nation, who are the traditional custodians of this beautiful land that I live and work on. And I pay my respects to their elders, past and present, and also extend that respect to all Aboriginal and Torres Strait Islander people. Thanks.
I think that's so fantastic. And I think that's important for us to remember as Americans, because most of us, unless we're First Nation or Indigenous Native Americans, I didn't start here. Right? I was born here, but my ancestry is, obviously Caucasian, white European. And so I think it's important to pass along that respect. As an American, I am thankful for where I live and work and for the stewardship of the land that I have responsibility for. Yeah. That's really neat. Thank you for sharing that.
My pleasure. I feel, it's important to start our special event with that as well. Yeah.
And although this is Advent and we're calling it Advent, that is a traditionally Christian time, but we make this very clear that we are sharing traditions from around the world. We have interviews with lots of people from lots of different religions and faiths and customs, and it's been really a lot of fun to interview different people about special holidays in December that are important to them. You'll see several interviews we have coming up with, and people sharing recipes and family traditions and things that are important to them. And so check out the daily Ravelry threads in both of our groups. Ambah has added a ton of stuff to her blog. I'll link to her website down below. Make sure you click like and subscribe and hit the little bell notification down below so you'll be notified when we upload a video every day in December, sharing these traditions from around the world, really. So, yay!
And the other fun part is that we're also opening our beautiful Advent kits each day too, aren't we? Our own little presents. So I wonder if we should start with that, Jenna.
Yes. All right, let's get started. It's like a party. Do you want to start? Do you want to tell us about your kit?
Okay. I was sent a kit from Love and Speckles, the dyer Terina, or also known as Terina Knits on Ravelry, and Instagram, I think. She's Terina Knits. And also a co-moderator in my Ravelry group. She's been really involved in Advent for years, dyes beautiful kits. I've knit with 2 of her kits and it's just such a joy. So I was pretty excited when she decided she wanted to send me a kit this year, and I thought I'll save it and open it every day, and yeah, I'm really looking forward to it. So I have her 2020 Advent kit, which is gemstones. It's faceted gemstones. So the colours are inspired by jewels, and she used to be a jeweler, so that's part of her background, which we will hear a bit more about because we have a good chat with her sometime during December. So they're packaged in brown paper with really cute numbers for each day.
Nice.
So day 1, and I actually haven't, there's an extra package. She sent some coordinating fluff, which is downstairs. So I think I'll bring up that tomorrow and share it tomorrow, the colour of that.
Yeah.
Ooh, that's beautiful.
Oh, that's lovely.
But it's just beautiful. It's a
oh, that's rich.
It's so lovely. Wow. I'm going to peg that up there and make my little collection.
Oh, that's a good idea. Because you're not going to knit with them just quite yet, are you?
Probably not, because I'd like to see what unfolds and probably do a 2021 design with these. So I've already knit 6 Advent projects this year for all the new designs.
Yeah, you might need a little break. You can have a little break, and then we'll look forward to seeing what you make with that kit for next year.
Yeah.
That's a great idea.
I think it's kind of a periwinkle blue. Maybe
Yeah.
I'm now trying to think what stone it would be. Is it a sapphire? It's not quite blue enough, is it?
This won't be a surprise to some people, although it was new to me. The whole thing's new to me because, like I've said several times, I've never opened an Advent kit before. I've never done this before, so the whole concept new to me. But this is a kit that was released for 2019, so many people have already seen this, and it's not it's not a secret necessarily. But this is the rock paper scissors from Advent kit from 2019 from Danny at Sunshine Yards, and she's in Boulder, Colorado, which is kind of just a few hours away from me. We will also be having a chat with her so check back for those, because we have several interviews with independent dyers that have done Advent kits. So that's a lot of fun. People can check back, watch the channel, subscribe, so you'll see when those little interviews go live, and that'll be a lot of fun. So because it was a previous year's selection that she re-dyed if people wanted it over again, it didn't come already wrapped, so my kids wrapped it for me, which was a lot of fun. And they did all these little, I'm going the wrong way, they did all these little packages with tissue paper, and then they did labels. Each label is different with a little drawing, That was so
That's so
nice.
sweet.
They have
Aw,
crafty children. They're
yeah.
teenagers. They're teenagers. So this
Beautiful
is day.
writing as well. Is that their writing?
Yeah,
I
yeah.
love it.
My older daughter did a lot of calligraphy and has definitely practiced a lot of penmanship. Yeah, she's really good at that. So, because I'm knitting your Radvent throw pattern, it doesn't really matter in what order I knit the blocks because I'll just arrange them how I want before I assemble. So I have no idea in what order how the girls
Mhm.
wrapped it up for me. I don't know how they've done it or what I will expect first. However, when I received this from Danny, it was labeled. It was labeled because it was originally a gradient. And so it was labeled. So I ended up on day one, I have opened color number
Day
19.
19.
Yes. Well, that's what it was originally, but it's a fantastic tonal gray. That's just beautiful. And Danny included this card, so I can tell you if people are interested. This colorway is called Minerals.
Lovely. I love that kit, as you know, because I designed the Radvent cardigan with it.
Yes. So we
Yeah,
will have
such a
links
beautiful
to
fade.
all the patterns and all the stuff down below if people are interested in learning more about, where they can go and see all that. That's so exciting. I'm gonna hurry and cast on. I'm gonna try to keep up. I'm gonna try to knit a square a day.
A day, yay! I look forward to seeing a square tomorrow.
Well, hopefully I'll sleep. I hope I'll sleep.
They
But
do get faster once you get used to them. The first couple do take a bit longer, and then you'll catch up.
But we'll just go ahead and tell viewers, this is a new pattern for me, but it looks really straightforward. I think I read through it. I always read through the pattern before I begin, just so I have an idea what to expect.
What a
But it
good
looks
knitter you are.
It looks really straightforward. And so I shouldn't think, it's like 38 rounds, 37 rounds, 38 rounds.
It's pretty
Right?
intuitive. You'll memorize it
Yeah.
after a few squares. Yeah.
Yeah. And I will though, but if people are wondering, I will, since I'm going to go ahead and cast on, I will go ahead and record. I'll film myself casting on in case there's some little tips or anything I notice. And, if that's helpful to people, they can subscribe to the channel and you'll see a little day one help video.
Fantastic.
Yeah.
That'd be great.
Yay. All right.
So yes, the Advent KAL thread in my Ravelry group has been opened up. Since we're in Australia, we can start, and people have already been posting beautiful skeins of yarn, and some people sharing their lovely kits that they've made with all the beautiful leftovers through the year, and they've wrapped them up and made it so that each day it's a surprise, kind of like what you've done. You don't really know what you'll expect, even though you know what you're getting.
I had no idea that I would be getting day 19 on color 19 on day one. But yay!
Yeah.
So that's going to be a lot.
Yeah, and there's some recipes already in there in today's thread. So each day there'll be a new thread, and each day when I open it up, there's usually prizes. Well, there will be prizes each day of Advent, and we've got some amazing prizes from sponsors this year. So it's like so exciting to be able to give those away. But I think I have started a tradition in each of these day ones where I release a new pattern and then give a code, and the first 100 people to use that code get it for free. And the pattern usually relates to knitting with your leftovers, because I like to think that those little bits left over of your Advent kits could be fun, knitted up into something. So usually a small project. So I've done that this year's project, and it's called the Hakea Hat.
Oh, that's beautiful.
Which is slip stitches and alternating 4 rows of a main colour and then 4 rows of the second colour. And this one I used a gradient yarn, so it's a Spin Cycles yarn dyed in the wool, which is really fun to use. It's a very addictive pattern. And then I thought, this would be a great one for Advent kit leftovers. So this one I've held kid silk mohair with it, and also used the leftovers from my Love and Speckles 2019 Field of Flowers Advent
Right.
Kit, which is the one I use to make the Advent Throw,
The
which is a
throw.
project that you're
Yeah.
making.
I thought I
And
recognized those colors. Yes.
yeah.
Yeah.
And it's so soft with the kid silk and
Oh, bet.
cozy.
Lovely.
So I used 12 colours for this. This is the medium size, so I used 12 colours. And so I could make another one with leftovers from my Advent kit. And that
Wow.
main colour was also part of that particular kit because I got the extra skein for the throw. And yeah, and so I've set up in my Ravelry group a little December Hakea Hat knit along. So it's just a little side KAL that's going to be a little mellower than the main Advent KAL and is a fun place to hang out. And perhaps if you're knitting one for a gift or something, it'll be perfect to knit in there. So that's good fun. And because I knew this video would air about 12 hours later and everyone who watches this would miss out on the code that I'm doing because those
the
100
original
hats,
one. Yeah.
have already been taken. We've got our 100 winners. I'm going to set up another code with another 100 winners. So
Wow,
you can
that's
still
so
win
generous.
the hat pattern.
That's so yay.
Jana will post the links below, but the code is all lowercase day one, DAYONE, and you put that into your Ravelry cart before checkout and you'll get the hat for free if you're one of the lucky 100 people who's there first. Otherwise, for everyone else,
if you're in America,
there is 30%.
Still, I'm sorry. Go ahead.
And then for everyone else, there's still 30% off the pattern until December 25, so you can still snap it up.
It's still a great deal. And I was going to say, if you're in America and you're still up and you're watching this as soon as it goes live, go get it now. Stay up just a couple minutes longer and go get it now.
But there might be still codes there in the morning. It's worth having a look.
Yeah, absolutely. Fantastic. So if the codes are all snapped up already, when people go and try to enter that in, it will say the codes are no longer valid, right? That's how people will know that.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. That's wonderful. That's so sweet of you. The other thing I was going to say too is Ambah has very generously given me some codes to offer as daily prizes in my Ravelry group. So thank you so much for that. So I will as well open up a new thread every day for chatting and questions and embedding this video and recipes and so there's a little bit of crossover in the groups, and each group has its own kind of characteristics. So feel free to join both. Absolutely, yeah. And we'll have daily winners as well. And my group's a little smaller, so you might have a good chance. My group's a lot smaller.
Which it can be nice too, because it gets really crazy in the other thread. So if you want a quieter place to hang out, that might be a nice place to go visit, I would think.
This is going to be a lot of fun.
It's not, some people get worried about keeping up in the threads, and that's not important. It's just whatever you can do, jump in and out.
Fun. This is going to be a lot of fun. So we'll see you back here tomorrow at the same time.
Yay, day 2.
Yay! All right, see you then, Ambah. Thanks.
See you, Jenna.